Welcome to Learn Short and Typing with VIKAS sir. The Hindu editorial dictation is no slacking. देखो बेसिकली इसमें बोला क्या गया है, जैसे कोई भी आपको डिजीज हो जाती है तो उसमें आपका जो जैसे कोई भी टैबलेट्स आप लेना शुरू कर देते हैं, लेकिन एक ऐसा टाइम आता है कि वो टैबलेट आपको मतलब असर करना बंद कर देती है और वो जो आपकी डिजीज़ है आपके शरीर में वो शरीर में फैलती रहती है। इसका एंटीबायोटिक यूज़ कैसे होगा, इसमें एक डिटेल डिस्कशन दिया गया है जो हम आज के इस आर्टिकल में रीड करेंगे। सो बी रेडी, स्टार्ट। If lack of data was an impediment to roll out action plans against antimicrobial resistance, now that excuse has been yanked off. The recent publication of the Lancet's Global Burden of Bacterial Antimicrobial Resistance, an elaborate and studied estimate validated by using counterfactual analysis by the first time, comes at a time when the world, weary with battling COVID-19, seems to have lost steam to mount a robust AMR policy. But the report makes it clear that no slacking can be allowed on this front any longer. It estimates that 4.95 million deaths were associated with bacterial AMR in 2019 alone. It also identified the pathogenic and pathogen drug combinations that cause such resistance. Bacterial AMR occurs when the drugs used to treat infections become less effective as a result of the pathogens becoming resistant to the drugs. This happens due to indiscriminate use of antibiotics, availability of antibiotics over the counter, poor hygienic and sanitation, antimicrobial use in the farming and poultry industry, lack of vaccines and never antibiotics, and poor infection control of practices in hospitals. While data on exact number of deaths might not have been available, there was no doubt about the alarming nature of associated mortality and morbidity. And yet, few nations have a policy to counter this pernicious problem. In 2008, when the NDMI enzyme that renders bacteria resistant to a range of antibiotics was traced back to India, it served as an urgent call for action. India released its own AMR action plan in 2017 and announced a task force for implementation. By 2019, Kerala and Madhya Pradesh had rolled out state action plans. Since then, little progress has ensued. 11 other states are still framing their action plans. The Chennai Declaration, a consortium of doctors and healthcare institutions against AMR, was also formed in 2012 to draw up a roadmap. The ban on colistin in poultry, aqua farming, and animal feed supplements sectors, which India enforced from July 2019, was considered a strong strike in countering the AMR challenge. No doubt AMR offers humanity one of the most complex challenges that it has faced, but the recognition that solutions are not in the realm of science is necessary. Scientific publications have established the correlation between AMR and poor hygienic law, administrative governance, and poor ratio of public private expenditure. While the scientific community looks for solutions in its can, governments must raise the standard of living for citizens, provide them accessible and affordable quality health care besides regulating the sale and use of antibiotics. Not doing so instead haste will only land up eroding the significant health care gains India has prohibitively and painfully at times secured over the years. Full stop.